In the light of the recent activities going on in the equestrian world and what has brought to our attention again, I can really just emphasize what I stand for and that it doesn't matter what riding discipline you follow, what kind of technique you're using, what's your favorite tag, who your instructor is, who you're mentored by, what kind of breed your horse is, what your sportive or not sportive goals are. It is really just about what you choose your relationship with your horse to be. And if we can't collectively choose peaceful horse handling, it doesn't matter if you're against the sport or for the sport. If we can choose peaceful horse handling, everything else will sort itself out in the right way. So what if the whole equestrian world would choose for peace between horses and human? Would you choose to be peaceful with your horse? And what does that even mean? Let's discuss the definition of peace. As it is found in a dictionary, peace is a noun and it's no violence. Peace is a stress-free state of security and calmness that comes when there's no fighting or war, everything coexisting in perfect harmony and freedom. Peaceful, adjective, untroubled by conflict, agitation, or commotion, quiet, tranquil. According to the dictionary definitions of peace, peaceful horse handling would mean that the interaction between horses and humans would always be stress-free, calm, and harmonious for both. That means there would be never yelling, anger, frustration, and violence. And that's always on the side of the human. Classical horse training and therefore the sport do not fit this definition. At least, not now. Therefore, it's not peaceful. It is by definition violent and stressful for the other party. And as long as the hobby rider takes this as an example, neither recreational held horses can be at peace. Can a horse life be peaceful then? And how would peaceful horse handling look like? To be at peace is a choice you can make at every second in your life. You don't need to prepare or qualify for this. You don't need to explain or justify that decision for yourself or any other person. It doesn't matter what you did before. Even your horse won't need that because they are the most forgiving and the most thankful for this decision whenever you're ready to make it. And the best part, you get your share of peace with yourself as well. Peaceful handling requires not much, but the decency from us to let horses be horses and not wanting them to be anything else, like an athlete, a device, a partner, or even a friend. It is beautiful, of course, if the horse chooses to become the latter, but it shouldn't be required in the first place. Peace between horses and humans, to me, would look like this. Small groups of horses that can live together on really big estates, roaming almost freely, or big paradises with high-value enrichments, not in stables, not in boxes, not in small pastures behind the house. Yes, that's triggering, I get it. But that's just simply where they come from and where they belong. Maybe it's not convenient for us, but that's exactly my point. And maybe that means a lot of people can't have horses then, including me. That's the price we have to pay. A horse chooses to become a friend and is willing to work by his own choice. His no is always valid. A horse is not worked before the age of 6 under the saddle, especially with the goal of sportive achievements. At the base of the training is freedom, positive reinforcement, relationship, and emotional regulation. There are no bits, no spurs, and no whips for their main purpose. Of course, the professional horse sector would change. How is hard to predict. But imagine a horse world where the money isn't the main driver. but health is, happiness is, and harmony for the horses. If empathy would be celebrated instead of forced performance. If kindness and softness would be the role model for young riders. If children would learn horse language before they learn how to hold a whip. And imagine how much you yourself would grow. How deep you would get to know and feel yourself in order to know and feel your horse. How easily you would find this place of peace and happiness inside yourself because you are searching for it with your horse. And believe me, that's probably the biggest underestimated skill of horses. Not their ability to jump or dance, but to guide you to a fulfilled and vivid life. So with these top riders in mind, if it's Grand Prix or Olympics, and how they handle their horses, that had recently become very obvious, and the realization that this is just the tip of the iceberg and there's so much more abuse going on behind the scenes. I can just really feel so sorry, not only for the horses, because of course I know it still exists and I know so many animals are still suffering, right? But I feel so sorry for the humans as well. And what kind of place do you must live to be able to do that? And what kind of place is your soul, your mind, your heart, your desires to be willing to inflict such pain and suffering onto an animal and to use it to achieve your own egoistical goals? I mean, I get where they come from and I get how this world is driving them towards actions they might regret later. But this is the place where it goes wrong, right? It's the starting point. It's the why are you in this industry? Why are you having horses? And if you haven't had that cleared out up front, you are easily falling onto a path you will regret later, because you are striving for something that is outside of yourself. You are striving for validation that does not come from the inside. And this is just a general concept. It's not only about the equestrian industry. It's not only about horse lovers. It's all of us, right? What are we striving for? What are we searching for? And shouldn't we look on the inside for what we desire and what makes us happy, instead of all these outside achievements and goals? So if you look inside, who you are, who you want to be, what you want to make of this one life you get, and what do you want to make of the one life your horse has, because ultimately it's in your hands. And if you find an answer you're genuinely happy with, that you can respect for yourself and for others, I believe you will choose the right path and you won't be misled. Even if the achievement and the goals are looking so desirable for the outside, you stick with your inside and you make the right choices for yourself and for your horse. And that maybe means you need to learn, you need to grow, and you need to find that information that helps you stay on this path. And for this, there are so many beautiful trainers and professionals out there that genuinely, really with their heart, want to help you find this. So if you're looking for new answers and new information to help you stick to your inner calling and to this kindness and softness and empathy that we need in this world, all of us, we are here. You can count on us. We're having your back, we're having the backs of the horses, and we are holding this industry upright while everything else starts crumbling down. And I believe in that. I believe that this is my mission, this is my calling, and I'm here. You can find me online everywhere you need to. You can subscribe to my platform. You can book coaching sessions. You can follow me on my social media posts where I share so much stuff for free. But keep on growing. Keep on learning. Make this world a better place for horses and for yourself.